Alright, so whenever you are doing a physics problem, make sure you have a highlighter or colored pencil in hand and get ready to find the important parts in the question. So read carefully. It says that a chicken nugget thrown by a 3-year-old at her mom moves 5.0 meters in 0.50 seconds. What was the average speed of that chicken nugget in meters per second? So if I go back, usually we're looking for the numbers. So what kind of numbers stick out? First thing you have is that there's a 3-year-old. That's probably not quite as important. If we go over, it says there's 5.0 meters in 0.50 seconds. Okay, those look a little bit more promising in terms of physics questions, so I'm going to highlight those ones. So 5.0 meters and 0.50 seconds. And then it's asking what was the average speed of that chicken nugget in meters per second. You want to hone in on those question words like what, because they tell you what you're looking for. This one says, what was the average speed? So we're looking for speed of the chicken nugget, and we're looking for it in meters per second. So first thing I want to do is draw my diagram. It says, essentially, 3-year-old throws a chicken nugget at her mom. So here's my little 3-year-old, and here's mom. Physics questions, when you're drawing them, it's not really about the art, but it's can you communicate what's going on? So if you can somehow draw a diagram that tells me you understand the question, then you're good to go. The next thing I'm going to put in my equation, so V equals to D over T. And then if you consult your data book, V is your speed, D is your distance, T is your time. All right, next thing up, I'm going to fill in my blanks. So for V, that was speed. I have speed circled over here, and remember that was what we're looking for. It says, what was the average speed? So all I'm going to do is draw a question mark over here. We don't know the average speed, but we're looking for it. We also know that we're looking for it in terms of meters per second. So I'm going to leave that for now, and then I'm going to go over to distance. Distance is over here. So anytime you see something measured in meters, that's your distance. So I'm going to go 5.0 meters. Lastly, you only have one more highlighted thing left, but seconds. If you have something that's in seconds, that's your time. So it took 0.50 seconds. To solve it, I'm going to plug back into my formula. So I'm going to go V equals to D over T. Always highlight the one that you're looking for. So we're looking for V. If the one that you've highlighted is all by itself, then you're good to go. So keep continuing. The first thing I want to do is actually line up my equal signs. So it goes right below another one. And then V stays the same. I'm going to actually plug in my numbers for distance and time. So if I look at it over here, my distance was 5, so that's going to fill in the spot that distance was at. So I'm going to fill in 5.0 meters. And then for time, that's your 0.50 seconds. Plug it into your calculator, and once again, you're going to line up your equal signs. Your equal signs being lined up means that this is still assumed to be V, so you don't have to write it again, though you could. And then 5.0 meters divided by 0.50 seconds. Put it into your calculator, and you should end up at 10 meters per second. Before you fill in your answer on that side, go back and look at your sig digs. This one had 2 sig digs. And then this one also had 2 sig digs, which means your final answer deserves 2 sig digs as well. This is already good. 1 and 0 are both important, so here's our final answer, proper sig digs. It's got its units, so this would be correct, full marks.